So today in the shop we have this really nice 2015 Focus ST. It's got quite a few mods done to it. One of the mods it has is a hole in the engine block. And so I'm not going to be replacing the engine today. We do have a replacement engine for it and we'll be doing a video on that hopefully soon. We're still waiting on a flywheel and a few other miscellaneous things. It's taking a while to get parts. But what we are going to do today is make our lives easier when we do the engine swap. I have a set of Redline Tuning QuickLIFT struts for the hood. So on the Focus and the Fiesta, they just use a hood prop, and that is really annoying if you're trying to do anything because you always end up hitting it. When we do the engine swap on this Focus, we're going to go ahead and pull the entire front clip off. And what that's going to mean is that we won't have a way to hold the hood up. So with this QuickLIFT system, it's basically two gas struts that you bolt, one on either side of the hinges, and that will hold the hood up. So we're going to be working on that today. Nason is coming over and he's going to help me with that. And we've got a couple other projects I'm going to try and knock out. We have a dash cam to install and we're going to start on his lowering springs. Probably just knock out the back. I'm shooting that for a separate video, so we'll have one video just about doing the lowering springs in case you're interested in that. So stay tuned and watch us do this. Okay, so here is the Redline Tuning QuickLIFT system. Really simple packaging. There's not much to this kit. Alright, so included in the package are these two Redline Tuning struts, and then there's two brackets for each side. So you have this bracket, which is your lower bracket, I believe, and this one, which is your upper. And so what you'll end up doing is taking off the bolts from the hood where the hinge attaches and then sandwiching this, and then on the lower piece you'll attach this other bracket, and then one of these struts will go in between. So when you go to raise and lower the hood, the strut holds it instead of having to use the prop rod. Really simple. It's a really nice kit. Everything looks to be powder coated. So I had this on my Focus RS, didn't have any problems with it rusting or anything. There you see the two parts. That's for one side. They give you enough to do both sides. So we'll go ahead and do that. We have to get the car off the lift first, and then we'll take care of that. So there is the prop rod I was talking about. This piece right here, that's basically all that's holding the hood up right now. It works, but it's kind of clunky, and we can do better. So right here, those are your two hood hinge bolts, the uppers, and then there is a bolt right here which we'll actually be taking out to replace with the lower bracket. So same on the other side. Fairly simple procedure. The important part here is going to be to make sure we locate where the hood hinge is so that we don't move the hood around. So we're going to do this one at a time, and it should be fairly straightforward to do, but I'll show you how to mark this with a bit of tape. That way you can get the hood hinged exactly where it needs to go, and you won't have any hood alignment issues. If you just take both of them off and try and align it, you're going to have problems. And then the lower one, there's not really a big issue there. We will have to make a little notch here as well, so that the hood strut can clear through there. Not a big deal either. We'll show you how to do that too. All right, so first we're gonna grab a 10 millimeter. I'm just gonna use an impact, and we're gonna take this one out. Once we get that out, we're going to swap our bracket in pretty much just like that. All right, that's it for that one. All right, the next step you want to do for the upper hinge bracket is take a piece of tape. I'm just using some yellow masking tape. Make it easy to see. We're going to mark with the tape where the bracket sits currently, because when we take these two nuts off of the hinge bracket, it's probably going to move around a little bit, and I'm going to have Nason actually hold the hood in place. That way when I take the nuts off, it's not going to move around too much. We'll tape that kind of like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to basically get it as, you know, kind of marked out as you can, just like that. All right, so Nason's going to come around here. I've already got my bracket standing by, and then we're going to go ahead and pop these off. All right, so you definitely want to have a helper with this. Luckily these are studs, and the hood won't fall. However, it's good to have a helper so that they can steady the hood, and it also helps to leave that prop rod in place until you're done. So we're going to go ahead and run these back in. All right, so the hood is in place now. All right, so there's the second bracket in place. You can see we still have everything aligned the way it needed to go. I already pulled the tape off. Next, we're going to need to make a slice right here in this general area. That way when the strut goes across here, so we put the strut up there, and then down there, it's going to need somewhere to lay, so we're going to have to relocate this wire so that it doesn't get pinched, and then we'll make a small little channel in this rubber piece. That way the strut can lay flat. Okay, so next we need to reroute this wire so that it's not getting pinched. So I'm going to undo the little clamp here. I'm going to take this wire. We're just going to tuck it underneath here. Alright, so once you run that through there, you can see I was on the struggle bus a little bit with it. Just pop this back in place. Alright, that's out of the way now. So what we need to do is we need to make some room for this to lay flat. So when this goes here against our inner hinge, it's going to hit right in there. So basically where this little channel is, we need to notch out. So I'm going to take a pair of side cutters or something similar and just notch that out. No. All right, so I've got my Dremel and we're gonna just notch this out. So the end result is a much nicer fit. And then I'm not gonna actually attach this strut just yet because we don't have the other side done. We're gonna go ahead and do the other side. It's the exact same process. That done, got a notch right there. You can kind of see how that looks. That'll allow the rod to pass through without hitting anything. We still have the hood prop holding it up. So Nason's gonna go ahead and hold the hood up. He's gonna lay that rod down for now. And then I'm going to just snap this in. These are real simple. You want to make sure that that snaps all the way in. Okay. Go over here and do this other one. So now the hood will open and close on its own. It'll hold up. We don't have any instructions here. So now all we have to do is take this prop rod off. All right. So to get this off, we're going to take this and you need to rotate this in the hole. Just like that. So we're probably never going to need that again. You can take the rubber grommet out of there if you want. This one will need to get some pliers. You just pinch from underneath, I believe. So there's what it looks like if you're trying to get it off. So that's pretty much it. We've got our hood struts on. The hood stays up. Everything seems to line up good. And now we don't have the prop rod in the way. So we've got all this room to work. That video was helpful in installing your Redline QuickLIFT system on your Focus ST. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like, a comment, or even subscribe to my channel. I've got a lot more content coming, not only on the Focus, but also on the Mercedes, my Firebird, the Cadillac, and we're going to be doing a Focus engine swap very soon, so stay tuned for that one. Thanks for watching.